This is your dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. Starting from humble beginnings, Nick has been beating the markets for over 2 decades. He shares with you his take on the profitable trades that will have you moving towards financial freedom in no time at all. To see an in-depth review of his track record and much more, go to inthemoneystocks.com.
Welcome. This is your daily dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. I'm Kerry Lutz. Today is the last day of April 30th, 2021. What an April it's been. This is show number 257. So, Nick, like a miraculous comeback yesterday. The Apple news should have lifted the market even higher, and it turned into losses until something happened.
Yeah, it was rather remarkable. We had a pretty good sell-off in Apple yesterday after a gap higher open and a really amazing fade. And it was an amazing fade as well for the major indexes, the S&P, the NASDAQ. And then right around 12 o'clock, I noticed the volume on the sell-off was very, very light. And the markets went right back up basically to the highs of the day in the S&P 500. It was quite remarkable. And, we've become almost accustomed to seeing this happen over and over. And today the markets are weak again to start the session, and we'll see if the Friday effect kicks in, if we don't go down on Fridays anymore. So there's a good chance these markets may come back by the end of the day.
You're just giving me too many good lines to for the title of this segment here for this show, Nick. But as you said prior to the call, it's hard to kill a bull.
It is hard to kill a bull, but I think this bull's is starting to bleed a little bit. But right now, we're going into the end of the month. We'll see how we finish today. Today, the major indexes are all lower to start the morning. The Russell 2000 is down about 0.75%. Dow is down 0.5%. The NASDAQ is down about 0.25%. And the spiders, which is the S&P 500, down about 0.5% as well. So the market's under a little bit of pressure here. We'll see if it can pull out a positive day by the close. Almost every Friday now, as you know, is in the green when it's all said and done. So it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Hey, you know what the Fed says? Thank God it's Friday. Hey, so looking at the markets today, what is the volume looking like? I know you mentioned it.
Yeah, the volume is light, and that was the one thing that gave me a clue yesterday that they were going to bounce that market off those lows. And today, we're looking at pretty light volume right now. Now, that doesn't mean it can't pick up later in the day or expand, but at the moment, the volume is on the lighter side. So we definitely want to be aware of that. That favors upside momentum or an upside bounce from these lows today.
So sell in May and go away?
I think at some point in May, we may have that. I do think that this year there could be a sell in May and go away. Right now, we'll have to wait and see when we get a nice little sell-off. But as I've been telling everybody, I think the markets are very, very vulnerable going forward. I haven't seen I think the reactions to earnings, especially the mega cap earnings, have been lackluster. They haven't been all that terrific. And you mentioned Apple yesterday with the big rollover. Today, that stock is flat. We have a couple of semiconductors that are actually getting hammered, and they're part of the Apple ecosystem. One is Cirrus Logic, that's down about 16%. And the other one is Skyworks Solutions, that was down about 8%. So we're seeing some pretty ugly selling in a few of these semiconductors that really are a big part of the Apple ecosystem.
Really? Well, hey, what goes up, And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the Friday effect. Gold was really under pressure yesterday. After the Fed meeting and after 6% GDP growth and all this wonderful rainbows in the sky, but it really recovered. And today, last night, after our market trading, it took a big hit. And then this morning, it's barely down at all.
Yeah, in fact, gold futures are actually positive right now by about almost $3. So right now, gold has got a very, very good pullback pattern. I like to call this, sometimes I like to call this pattern a slingshot. And we'll see if this starts to move up next week. But I like the gold setup that's on the charts, and I was very impressed yesterday with the rebound, especially in the gold price. The gold chart right now looks very, very nice. That consolidation pattern is what I would call picture perfect for more upside.
All right. Well, that's what you've been saying, and you've got positions there. And we really do, we got to respect what Nick says in any market. Whether you agree with it or not, you got to respect it because it's been right so many times. I think we'll leave it at that, Nick. So just go over to inthemoneystocks.com and you'll find out how right Nick has been over the years. And while you're at it, the Twitter feeds at ITMS, at Nick Santiago01, at Kerry Lutz. Be sure to send your emails to my personal email box, kl@kerrylutz.com. Nick, we will pick up tomorrow.
Sounds great, Kerry.
Hold it. Nick, we will pick up on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
And so concludes another episode of Daily Market Wisdom with Master Trader Nick Santiago. Be sure to go to his website, inthemoneystocks.com. Don't forget the Twitter feeds at ITMS and at Nick Santiago01.